All right, guys, so what do I have in front of me today? Today I have the SPTA Cordless Foam Sprayer. I got this on Amazon. I don't recall how much it was. I think it was like about $70, but let me just double check real quick. So it's $75.99. That's the price right now. And it does have a 20% coupon that's available. So all you got to do is click on that on Amazon and you can get the 20% off. So that's not too bad. You get another 14 bucks off. So $61, not bad. And you can get it within a few days. You can get this delivery. So what does this cordless foam sprayer do for me? And what does it do for a detailer or DIY, weekend warrior? You could use this for two purposes. Number one, you could use it as a foam sprayer. So you can put wheel and tire cleaner in it and you can kind of spray your wheels and just get them all like cleaned up without breaking out like a power washer and a foam cannon and all that kind of stuff, or using a hand trigger and kind of wasting material, because a lot of those materials as wheel and tire cleaners you can kind of dilute and you can kind of extend them a little bit further and save some money, so you're not wasting too much product. That's one of the purposes that I got this. But the primary reason why I got this is because I want to use this as a battery-powered atomizer, and I could use it to pre-soak my vehicle before I do a wash. Like whether I go through a drive-through touchless wash, during the winter months, which is what I'm going to try to do this evening, or before I actually do anything on my driveway. So for instance, the lower halves of the car typically get a lot of grime, they get a lot of, minerals, they get a lot of salt, and you want to kind of hit that first, let it soak, then put your foam over that, let it dwell, and then rinse everything off. It kind of helps with the cleaning process. Like that lower portion of the panels typically gets very dirty, so you want to kind of boost that up a little bit with some cleaning products, Now this does come with a cleaning product. It comes with an ultra foam shampoo. So that's what that looks like. I believe this is a citrus type cleaner, so it could be somewhat powerful. It's a strong detergent, rich in foam. We can decompose dirt and contaminants on the paint surface. The rich foam has an excellent wrapping property, so like wetting property basically. And in terms of smell, yeah, it's a pleasant smell. It almost smells like the JDM squash, that's basically what that smells like. So I'm gonna give this a shot. I don't know on what yet and in what capacity, but I'm gonna give this shampoo a shot. And it is very liquidy, which is probably better for a product like this, like a portable foam cannon, because you want it to be a little bit more on the thinner side, so it can make it through the nozzle and then foam up easily. So now again, I mentioned this can be a foamer. Here are the instructions, by the way, and it comes with an extra tip, right? And the tip is because you can use this as a foamer and you can use it as an atomizer. So in this case, I'm going to use a rinseless wash. I'm going to put 1 ounce of rinseless wash for this 70-ounce container, because that's 70 ounces, or 1 liter. That's a little bit over a liter. And that's what I'm going to use to atomize on the surface before I go through the touchless car wash. And then I'm going to let it soak for a minute or two, and then go through the car wash and then see how good of a job it does in terms of cleaning the car, especially with all the salts and everything. It comes with a cord for charging. It looks like a USB-C, and here's the connection on the Canon. And again, right now the way it's set up out of the box, it's set up to be a foamer, because I think a lot of people typically use this as a foamer. It comes with filters, that are replaceable in this, because I'm sure they get clogged up from time to time. It comes with the additional straw, so this is not really that flexible, to be quite honest. So we're gonna have to kind of straighten this out, and so it goes straight down to the bottom. And then it comes with the atomizing tip, which is what I want to replace this with. because right now it's got the foamer, like I said. Here's the additional tip. Let's see if you can see that. And then I guess the component inside of it that's needed to get this to atomize. So I'm going to look at the instructions real quickly too, to make sure I'm doing this correctly, and then we'll go from there. But first thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to remove this. It's a quick turn too. It's like a quick connect. Basically, it's not even a quarter turn. It's basically like an eighth of a turn, and then you can remove it from the container. Container is very light. It looks like it's HDPE. Let me just double check to see. HDPE, so it's very durable. You can drop this. And, you know, honestly, all foam cannons should be built like this. You know, all of them should not be those clear containers because they crack, they break. You could get one of these, any size, put the wide mouth on it, put a ounces and milliliters on both sides with a sight glass. This is perfect. This is exactly what a foam cannon should have. The clear ones are fun, but not necessary. So let's look at the instructions real quick and see what we need to do to make this an atomizer. And it looks like it's just as simple as removing this, unscrewing it, and removing this piece too. And I think that's it. Yeah, and the foam, right, the filter is inside here. You can see that, right? So it's inside this. That's what causes the foam, right? So like, I've been taking apart a lot of different foam cannons, and that felt fabric, right? This type of like foaming media is really important in terms of creating that like foaming action. So, and then this, all you have to do is just drop this into place. Right, so it just drops into place like that, and then you put the atomizer end on it, screw that into position. Doesn't have to be super tight, right? And then it's set up to be an atomizer, all right? And then what we want to do is just I want to double check and make sure that I'm looking at this correctly for the not much in terms of instructions. It's like literally like 4 pages. So yeah, this green end right here goes into this side of the machine, right? Just pushing that in, right? And then it draws material out of here, sends it through here. This is the connector, and then you're just ready to go to town, right? So that's pretty straightforward. You'll see something right here. Yep, once you align it, that's it. It's pretty straightforward, right? And this is already charged. Right out of the box, it was already charged, so I thought that was a nice option, nice feature. But in terms of charging, what you want to do is open up this waterproofing, cover, insert the charging cable into this, to a 5-volt charger. When the indicator lights at the top are flashing, it indicates that the charging is in progress, and after 2.5 hours, the 3 lights light up at the same time and don't flash, and then that means that it's all charged up. So here are the lights that they're referring to. Right, so you can see that. There's a lithium battery inside this thing, inside the head, right? And that's what you're charging up. Let's see if there's anything else in here. Operation instructions. Install the sealing gasket and nozzle to the kettle head. Turn it, right? Unscrew the kettle head clockwise or counterclockwise. Adjust and stir the clear water and detergent evenly according to the proportions. So for this, I'm putting 1 ounce of rinseless wash for 70 ounces total container size, right? So 69 ounces of water, 1 ounce of rinseless wash. It'll be more than enough for what we're doing, right? Yeah, let's say 100-to-1 ratio, which is kind of like what you would normally use for, I would say, because 256-to-1 is typically the ratio for rinseless wash. You double that quantity and you're using it as like a touchless wash. This is even beyond that, really. So 100 to 1, it's 1 ounce, right? So I don't necessarily need 1 ounce, maybe a little less than 1 ounce. The rest of it water, shake it up, and then we're off to the races. So we could try that and see what happens. When working for a long time, please quickly press the switch twice to keep the machine working, right? So if you're just pressing it and letting go, it starts and stops. If you press it twice fast, it stays on. And that's it. You just press it again and it deactivates it. And that's it. It's pretty straightforward. I mean, it's not that difficult. So right out of the box, within minutes, I have this thing like rocking and rolling, right? So I just want to make sure I don't lose any of these parts. I'm going to put the cable, and I'm going to put the foaming nozzle, and it's got a stainless steel ball at the end of this, which I thought was a pretty cool option. It's got a screen on it in there, so it's nice. I mean, this is actually a nice weighted ball, and you can kind of use this to kind of mix the material inside of this when you want to foam. And I'm definitely going to try that. That's going to be my next trial. I want to like see if I could use like maybe this foaming material, since it's theirs, and they feel confident this is going to clean up your car. That'd be a pretty cool option. Oh, and then the filters. So that's what you got. Pretty neat. It says maximum flow is 450 milliliters per minute. I mean, it should be okay. I mean, I hear a lot of good things about this unit. It's not too heavy, and I'm really excited to try this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the SPTA foamer, and I'm going to go ahead and use the rinseless wash that's in here to finish it off, right? And just use a drying towel, and this will be the lubricant, and this will be the drying aid. That's it. So in this rinseless wash, we'll just kind of get rid of the residual, you know, so it'll be the contact wash. But I'm going to bring the camera over here so you can see what I'm talking about. As I'm taking this, spraying it on, and just wiping it clean. And I'm using Pan the Organizer's rinseless wash, just so that you're aware, and you can see it cleans it up real nice, right? And I'm doing that on all the panels. Doing it here, I'm not putting a lot, just enough to lubricate it, so I feel comfortable doing it this way. I'm doing this one hand for you. Look how much nicer that is. And that SPTA, man, that thing works great. Show you that thing. This thing's a rock star. I think I spent like 70 bucks on this thing. It's awesome. It'll foam up too. So it doesn't like just atomize, which is good for a rinseless wash. See? Look. Nice. A lot of lubrication. You don't have to worry about scratches. Cleans the surface because there is a surfactant in it. Are you kidding me? And this doesn't have a ceramic coating on it, by the way. Nope. I'm loving this thing. Probably one of the best purchases I made. And I'll put the link up for that down below so you guys can pick one up. But damn, that was a quick wash, and it looks great. Great job, SPTA. I got a good setup here, and I wish this 40-degree weather would stick around for a while. Man, oh man. All right, thanks guys. Appreciate it. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.